Hi there, my name is Stuart Ross. I am a poet in Cobourg, Ontario, and I'm in Cobourg, Ontario now, and I'm in a little place, a little corner of Cobourg called Monk's Cove, which is right on Lake Ontario, which is right over there, just 20 meters away. But it's a rainy day, and so I'm sitting here in my car, and I'm going to read you some poems. I am doing poems by request these days, old poems mostly. And I had a request for some of my Razovsky poems. Now, my name is Ross, but my dad's name when he was young, before he changed it, was Razovsky, which was a great Russian name. And I could have been a Razovsky. And I really regret that I started publishing under the name Ross without thinking it through. So eventually I really want to connect with the name Razovsky. So in the, when was it? Early 2000s, I started writing poems about a character named Razovsky. Sort of an amalgam of, I guess, my dad and my grandfather and so forth. And in fact, my book in 2001, just a few months after my dad died, is called Razovsky at Peace. And I think my dad might have even seen the cover for that before he died, but he knew the book was going to be called Razovsky at Peace, and it's sort of poignantly apt, but also he found it very funny that I would put the name Razovsky on the cover of my book when we could just be a Ross. A Ross, it's so much simpler. I don't know. Anyway, I wrote a whole bunch of poems, and I have written a whole bunch of poems now about this character Razovsky, and I'm going to read you at least a few of them, and maybe I'll do another installment with some more. So, the Razovsky poems originally appeared in the book Razovsky at Peace, but they also appeared in this book, which I don't know if you can see here, Hey Crumbling Balcony, Poems New and Selected from 2003. I haven't read these in a long, long time. Razovsky at Peace. On the street, a guy says to Razovsky, "Over there, behind those buildings, nature." Razovsky goes. In nature, it is much quieter. There is no TV, but there's animals, which are like TV, but furrier. In nature, Razovsky is damp. His arms and legs itch. He is covered in insects. Razovsky talks, shouts. In nature, he can't understand his own words. They disappear into trees, behind rocks, become dew. Razovsky's shoes slide along the slick leaves that carpet this enormous living room. A squirrel comes round a tree trunk, its head stretched out, its nostrils twitching. Razovsky twitches back. They stare. Time passes. They stare. The squirrel's watery eyes blink. Razovsky obeys. He lies down in the moist leaves, lets his limbs go limp. Beyond the highest branches of the trees, through the spaces the leaves leave, he sees the sky, the clouds. He is engulfed by screeches and scratchings, and thuds and buzzings, the songs of birds he cannot name. He was never good at this stuff. He closes his eyes, lets the sky suck itself back into the sky. Everything is orderly. For example, a potato chip bag bounces near in a breeze. It becomes wedged between two rocks, flutters, rustles. Time passes. Razovsky becomes part of the ground. The chip bag becomes a butterfly as ordained by nature. It struggles from its cocoon, bats its wings, tugs frantically, but still it is lodged between the rocks. Razovsky is not surprised. He looks up from the ground. At the same moment, he looks down from the trees. His eyes meet his eyes. There's a flicker of recognition. This one is called Razovsky at Night. In a distant corner of Razovsky's bedroom, beyond the crates, the dying plants, the empty dresser, the hat rack, beyond a stack of unanswered letters, a broken lamp, the photos of relatives whose name he doesn't know, cowers his bed, a thing so short and narrow he has to fold in his legs and suck in his guts to fit on it. Above the bed hangs a painting of a rabbi, his hands clutching oars as he struggles to steer his small boat through a dark wall of foaming waves bearing down on him like a startled bear. Through the open window, a cool breeze swirls in, kicking up loose papers like they are dry leaves. It is here, each night, in this comfort and serenity, that Razovsky lays down his tired body and chomps for the worm that writhes on the bobbing hook of sleep. Here are his dreams. He dreams he is being pursued. He dreams he is being pursued. He dreams he is being pursued. He dreams he is a small child and he's climbed a set of monkey bars so high he cannot get down. He dreams he is in hospital. He dreams he is fishing with his cousins and suddenly they're gone and he is alone on the water. He dreams he has been caught. Every hour or so, Razovsky wakes, and his brain swims for a memory. A set of lips soft and warm, on his forehead, a car backfiring 3 blocks away. He's standing in a windless and silent field. And then he's heaved roughly back into sleep. Maybe just one more. This is called Razovsky on Foot. Razovsky bounds through the streets, his arms outstretched, his tongue thrust out. He's trying to capture a single snowflake. He runs through traffic, up onto the sidewalk, into a park, and over the monkey bars. He runs through the schoolyard, past his own unborn children. When will they ever get born? Razovsky feels the weight of his feet as he pushes them into the strip mall, through the front doors of the Bathurst Manor Deli. He weaves between tables, greets the lunch crowd, and darts out the back door, his tongue still flapping. Razovsky runs through Radom, a town in Poland, through Minsk in Russia, through circuses and cemeteries, past a streetcar stop, where among the crowd is the woman he'll marry, though he doesn't yet know her. She chases him 2 blocks till she grabs his coat and spins him around. "What are you doing?" she asks, "running through the street with your tongue sticking out? Everyone is talking. You're the talk of the town." Razovsky pulls in his tongue to answer. "I am simply trying to catch a snowflake." The woman grabs his shoulders. "But there is no snow. It is summer." Razovsky feels her warm hands on him, peers into her dark eyes, considers the slope of her nose, and for a moment he thinks of abandoning his quest. Then he looks into the clouds. "All I have done for you, the candles, the prayers, the meals, the anger, can't you start your machine, that ugly grinding and squealing, and make for me one stinking snowflake, one fucking little construction of intricate ice?" And he thrusts out his tongue again, stretches a palm to the sky, and he runs. Some years later, tired, unshaven, he has stopped for a coffee, hunched around the counter. Around him, men argue about Dave Keon and Bobby Orr. Spoons clatter to the floor. The smoke from cigarettes roars through the air, and there, on his knuckle, Razovsky feels a familiar wetness. "I remember you," he says. "I've been looking for you." There's one more Razovsky poem in this book, but I think I'm going to leave it for another round of Razovsky poems at another time. Thanks a lot for listening. I hope it's not as rainy where you are as it is where I am. Here, I'll start the car and let's put down the window. Maybe you can see No, there's nothing much to see, is there? Nothing much to see. Have a good one.